Did you write this?
I did.
Did you find the body?
My father, Jesse Hexam, found the body.
I'll roll, Lizzie.
No. No, Father, I cannot sit so near it.
What hurt can it do you?
None. None. I cannot bear it.
It's my belief that you hate the very sight of this river. As if it wasn't your living. As if it wasn't meat and drink to you. Lizzie. The driftwood fire that warmed you when you was a baby was pulled out of the river. Alongside the coal barges. I made your cradle rocker out of that same wood.
In luck again, Gaffer. I knowed you was in luck again. Don't fret yourself, partner. I didn't touch him. I must have passed him as I went upriver. I sometimes think you're like a vulture, partner. You can smell them bodies clean out the water. Ain't been eating nothing that's disagreed with you, have you, partner?
Yes, I have. Swallowing too much of that word, partner. I ain't no partner of yours, Rider Hood.
Since when?
Since you was accused of robbing a man. A live man.
Well, what if he'd been a dead man?
You can't rob the dead. What world does a dead man belong to? It's other world. What world does money belong to? This world. You got short time for putting your hand in the pocket of a sailor, a live sailor. You count yourself lucky. But we work together no more. In this world, all t'other. Cast off.
You'll not get rid of me.
Did I tell you, Mortimer, that my respected father has found a wife for his not generally respected son?
Really, Eugene? With some money, of course.
With some money, of course, or he would never have found her.
So, who exactly is our host today?
Veneering. Over there, Mr. Empire. This is his good deed for the year.
Good Lord. I'm surprised our Tippins has graced this gorgeous spectacle with a royal presence.
Oh, old money doesn't mind sniffing around new money for an hour or two. Champagne tastes the same, whoever's buying.
Mortimer Lightwood. You wretch. Why have you not come to see me?
Oh, my dear Lady Tippins, I cannot bear having to force my way through the crowds of your other admirers. A man must have hope.
Well, Veneerings have certainly done their young friends proud. Dear best friends of the groom, of course, and obviously of the bride. Anyone know anything about the bride? I've never seen him before.
Bride and groom.
Or her. Does anyone know anything about them?
She is a lady of property.
He has shares.
How many shares?
Due to inherit.
A fortune
He
between
has property. Yes, exactly. Quite a few acres, I'm sure.
overseas investments.
Mortimer Lightwood, I insist upon you telling me all about the Harmon fortune. Old Harmon's been dead for weeks, and we don't know what is to become of his fortune.
Society becomes restless when it smells a great fortune left unclaimed.
I find it immensely embarrassing having the eyes of society on me to this extent. Well, old Harmon, as you know, was a tremendous old rascal who made his money in dust.
Absolute scandal. Fortune to be made in rubbish.
And this old rascal Harmon actually lived amongst the dust heaps.
Yes, like a veritable mountain range about him. The fellow, however, had the miserable inclination to make enemies of all his family, all turned out of the house, even the son. Now, keep your eyes fixed upon the son, because this is where I come in. He grew up abroad.
In the Cape.
In the Cape, where I discovered he was living only the other day, having been abroad some 14 years. The whole range of dust mountains is left to young Harmon, and he has set sail home to claim it. He is due to land in England even as we very speak.
So old Harmon wasn't such an unnatural monster after all. Fortune will go to the son, as it should.
Ah, but he did leave a sting in the tail of his will. The son's inheritance is conditional on his marrying a girl he has never met. One Bella Wilfer.
Bella Wilfer. Never heard of her. Has anyone any knowledge of any Bella Wilfer? Yeah, but is she out?
What if John Harmon does not care for the bride his perverse father has chosen for him?
Not care for her?
Rescind the will and fortune. Cast off the dust mountains.
Not care for a marriageable young woman called Bella and throw away a fortune, really, Eugene?
A note has arrived for you, sir.
This note arrives in a most opportune manner. I fear it is the conclusion of John Harmon's story. John Harmon is drowned. Did you write this?
I did.
Did you find the body?
My father, Jesse Hexam, found the body.
What's his position?
He gets his living along shore.
Is the body far?
It's a goodish stretch. I came up in a cab and the cab's waiting to be paid. We could go back in it before you paid it if you like.
John Harmon was discovered dead.
Dead as the Pharaoh's multitude that were drowned under the Red Sea. If Lazarus was half as far gone, that was the greatest of miracles.
Good Lord, you seem to be at home in the Red Sea, young man.
Read of it with a teacher at school. But don't you tell my father. It's my sister's contriving.
You seem to have a good sister.
She ain't bad. But if she even knows half the letters, it's because I learned her.
with you if I may.
Do you mean to tell me?
Do you mean to tell me? Do you? Are you a man of fortune?
No.
Then you have married me under false pretenses.
So be it. Now you. Are you a woman of property?
No.
Well, then you married me under false pretenses. I asked for Nearing, and he told me you were rich.
Veneering. What does he know about me?
Well, congratulations, you obviously made a very good job of deceiving him. And, Mrs. Lamley, what made you suppose me to be a man of fortune?
I asked Veneering.
And he knows of me as much as he knows of you.
I will never forgive Veneering for being so
gullible?
Let me see, Eugene. I've been on the honourable roll of solicitors of the High Court for 5 years now. And except for taking instructions, on average once a fortnight for the will of Lady Tippins, who, by the way, has nothing to leave, I have no scrap of business except for this Harmon romance.
And I've been called to the bar for ages and have had no business at all, which my father uses as an excuse to keep me poor. Yes, he keeps me bound to him with the merest trickle of an income to relieve his disappointment. What's more, he continually berates me for my lack of energy. But give me something to be energetic about. By God, I'll show him energy. He's an amusing fellow, my father. I should like to please him, if I could. We draw nearer to the river. We shall fall over the edge of the world if we don't stop soon.
Hello there. Surely we're nearly there.
You must walk the rest. It's not many yards.
Mr. Julius Handford, Exchequer Coffee House, Westminster. Consequently from out of town?
Yes, out of town. You could say that.
Keep him in sight without giving offence. Make sure that he's staying where he says he is, and find out everything you can about him.
Inspector, I have to ask you, do you think there is anything untoward in John Harmon's death?
If it was murder, anybody might have done it. Burglary or pickpocketing, that needs an apprenticeship. Not so murder. We're all of us up to that. But it's not true, that old superstition about corpses bleeding when touched by the hand of those responsible for their undoing. You get row enough out of her, but you get nothing out of bodies.
The entire fortune to go to a dustman? It's unbelievable.
It is true. As Harmon's only son is dead, the entire dust yard and the fortune goes to her Mr. Boffin.
It's unnatural.
He was a good and faithful servant.
But how will a dustman know what to do with such wealth?
Well, that's for Mr. Boffin and his good wife to decide when I've explained to them the full extent of their fortune. So the entire Harmon fortune, that is the complete range of dust heaps, including the little one, is entailed to Mr. Nicodemus Boffin.
Though I hate to disagree with you on your very first instruction, Mr. Boffin, as your lawyer, I must tell you that £10,000 is too much.
The old lady thinks it's the right figure. So do I. £10,000 reward. Find the villain who murdered our John.
We can only imagine John Harmon's feelings as he travelled homewards after so many years abroad, towards his future and the bride that his father had chosen for him. And we can only imagine how the poor girl feels, her hopes so cruelly dashed. We have heard the circumstances of Mr. Harmon's return to this country, and we have heard compelling evidence that the deceased carried with him a large sum of money from the forced sale of his foreign property, no doubt to facilitate the early marriage to the woman who waited for him patiently and silently.
How long must I wear this insufferable dress?
This case is made further interesting by the remarkable experience of Jesse, known as Gaffer Hexam, having rescued from the Thames so many dead bodies. The jury has found that Mr. John Harmon was discovered floating in the Thames in some state of decay and much injured, and that the said John Harmon came by his death under highly suspicious circumstances, though by whose act and in what precise manner there is no evidence before this jury to show. I will therefore this day make a recommendation that there should be a police investigation into this mysterious death. And I have notice that interested parties have come forward with a substantial reward. Mr. Boffin has provided an excessively generous amount of £10,000.
I told you the man will be a fool with money.
What a glimpse of wealth I had. And now it's melted away. And I'm here in mourning. A kind of widow who was never married. I shouldn't care so much if it wasn't so ridiculous. To think what an embarrassed first meeting it should have been. We never could have pretended to harbour any true affection. I was hardly likely to even like this John Harmon. How could I?
I'm sure I'm the poorer, for I have to wait until Bella finds herself another husband.
If the truth were known, this embarrassment might have been smoothed away by the money. For I love money. I want money. I want it dreadfully. I hate to be poor, and we are degradingly poor. Offensively poor. Left to him in a will. Like a dozen spoons. And all this for a man I never saw. Enter! And I should have hated if I had.
RRW, this is the gentleman who has taken our first floor. He was so good as to make an appointment for this morning when you would be at home. This is my husband, RW, the undisputed master of the house.
Seeing that I'm quite satisfied, Mr. Wolfe, with the rooms, that is, and their price, I hope that a memorandum between us, some 2 or 3 lines perhaps, might bind the bargain.
The gentleman proposes to take your apartments by the quarter.
If I might mention a referee?
No. I think that a referee is not necessary. Neither is it convenient. I'm a stranger in London. You see, I require no reference from you. I shall pay whatever you please in advance. And I will leave my furniture here. Whereas if you, sir, were in embarrassed circumstances... This is a supposition, of course, but as you see...
We see perfectly.
Well, money and goods are, of course, certainly the best references.
Do you really think they are, Pa?
Among the best, my dear.
I should have thought myself it would be so easy to provide the usual kind.
My dear, will you be the witness?
Where am I to go, Pa? Here in the corner.
I'm very much obliged to you, Miss Wolfe.
Obliged. And why should Mr. John Rokesmith be obliged to me?
I've given you so much trouble.
By signing my name. I am your landlord's daughter, after all.
I'll send my furniture tomorrow. I'll follow shortly behind.
Pa, we have ourselves a murderer for a tenant.
A robber at least. I'm living upstairs.
On the first floor.
I've never seen such an exhibition. Did you see him? Unable to look a person in the eye. Mark my words, between Mr. Rokesmith and myself, there is a natural antipathy and a deep distrust. I don't know what will come of it.
Be gone, don't hear you, and I shall never agree. Long time hast thou been tarrying here, I fain thou wouldst me kill.
Morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir. Have you ever heard of the name of Boffin?
No, I never did.
Do you like it?
Why, no, I can't say I do.
I'll tell you something that'll make you sorry for that. My name's Boffin.
I can't help that.
Do you like the name Nicodemus? Nick or Noddy?
Well, it's not a name I could wish for someone I had respect for.
Noddy Boffin, that's my name. What's yours?
Silas Wegg. I don't know why Silas, I don't know why Wegg.
Now, Wegg, I want to make a sort of offer to you. Oh. I've been listening to your singing with great admiration.
Well,
I'll wager you know every one of those songs by words and by tune. So, here we have a literary man with a wooden leg, and all print is open to him. And yet, here I am, a man without a wooden leg, and yet, all print is shut to me.
Indeed, sir. Education neglected.
Neglected. Though I could recognise B if you showed me B for Boffin. That's something.
That's something. Not as much as can be wished of by an inquiring mind, but something to be sure.
Now, I've retired from business and come into some little money. It's too late for me to begin a shovelling at alphabets and grammar books. I'm getting to be an old bird. But I find I want some reading. Now, how can I get that reading, Wegg? By paying a man truly qualified to do it so much an hour to do it for me.
Flattered, I'm sure. So what is your proposition?
Well, let's say twopence halfpenny an hour. That's 6 nights. £half, sir.
£half? Ain't much, sir. £half. Particularly if in the course of an evening's reading you was wanting to, perhaps, drop into poetry. Mr. Boffin, I never bargain. You have the needful implement? A book.
Oh, well, no.
Consequently done. For double the money. Wegg, you know?
To be sure. It's a hospital amputation, wasn't it? I remember you now.
Just so.
Come and sit by the fire and warm your other one. My tea is drawing, Mr. Wegg. Will you partake?
So how have I been going on this long time, Mr. Venus?
I don't know. Do what I will with your old leg can't be got to fit in anywhere.
Well, hang it, Venus. It can't be personal and peculiar to me. It must often happen with your miscellaneous ones.
With ribs, I grant you, always. Every man has his own ribs and no others will go with him, but legs, can't find another one to match.
Now, look here. I want to buy my leg back. How much do you want for it?
Well, you were one of a various lot.
Come on your account. I'm not worth much.
Not for miscellaneous working, Mr. Wegg. You may yet turn out to be valuable as a monstrosity, if you'll excuse me.
I've a prospect of getting on in life. And I tell you, I should not like to be dispersed. Part of me here, part of me there, but should wish to collect myself together, like a genteel person.
It is our desire to describe the prosperous condition of the empire and afterwards, from the death of Marcus Antoninus, to deduce the most important circumstances of its decline and fall. A revolution which will ever be remembered and is still felt by all the nations of the earth.
We're on our way, old lady. On our way. With old Marcus Antoninus alongside of us.
Hello, Lizzie. Supper ready? That's early.
Sit and eat, Charlie. You must be gone before Father gets home.
Gone? What's all this, Liz?
I've made up my mind this is the right time for you to be going away from us. You'll do much better and you'll be much happier.
How do you know that?
I do know. I do. You leave the river and Father to me, but you must go.
No, I think you decided that there's 3 of us. There's not enough for all of us, so you want to get rid of me.
Yes. Yes, that's right. I'm a selfish sister. I think there's not enough for the 3 of us, and I want to get rid of you.
Don't cry, Liz. Don't cry. I will go if you say. I know you send me away for my own good.
Oh, Charlie. Heaven knows I do. Now, listen. You get straight to school at once. Father will never bother you, but he won't ever have you back either. You're a credit to your school. They'll help you find a living. Now, you show them your money. Tell them I'll send you more. I don't know where from, but I'll send it. Now, you must hurry. Remember, Charlie, always speak well of Father. Even if you hear the worst that could be heard about Father, it will not be true. You be good. Get learning. And only remember your life here as if you dreamt of it in your sleep.
And now, to what am I indebted for this honour? A Sunday visit from Mr. and Mrs. Boffin, who must be so busy in their social activities. I can hardly imagine why they should honour us with a visit to our humble abode.
Perhaps, Mrs. Wilfer, you're acquainted with the names of me and Mr. Boffin as having come into a certain prosperity.
I've heard a little, madam, of your good fortune.
And I dare say, ma'am, you will not be inclined to think kindly of us.
Mrs. Boffin and me are plain people. We don't pretend to anything. We don't go round and round at anything. Consequently, we've made this call to say how glad we shall be to have the honour and pleasure of your daughter's acquaintance. We shall be rejoiced if your daughter can come to consider our house, our new house, that is, her house. We are considering, in the light of our changed circumstances,
To go in for fashion and for society. Yeah, we are to give up the dusty bower, that we do love it, for a nice new house in a nice new neighbourhood. And I'm thinking of a pale yellow chariot with a fine pair of horses and silver boxes to the wheels. For we've been thinking of your poor girl, and how cruelly disappointed she was of her husband and his riches.
In short, we want to cheer your daughter and give her an opportunity to share such pleasures as we're going to take of ourselves.
Yes, we want to brisk her up and brisk her about.
I'm much obliged to you both, I'm sure. But I doubt if I have the inclination to go out at all.
Bella! Bella, my child, you must try to conquer these delicate feelings.
We'll have a little think about it. You take my advice. Do what your ma says and conquer it, my dear. We're going to go everywhere, see everything.
Of course, if your sister would like to come, make you all comfortable, we'd welcome her gladly.
I'm sure I know my duty and will stay at home with Ma and Pa.
You mustn't feel a dislike for us, you know, my dear, for we couldn't help the inheritance and did nothing to further it.
Come. Come, old lady. Without stay or welcome.
Well, Bella's got what she wants from her Boffins. She'll have as many lobsters and supper as she likes at her Boffins. Well, you won't take me to your Boffins.
We seem to have a mutual friend.
You are acquainted with our new lodger, Mr. Boffin?
Bit of a mystery, Mama dear.